So police accountability means that the police, who are given an enormous amount of power by the law in our society, are also accountable to the law. It means that if the police, or if a specific police officer has done something illegal, has done something improper, that there are authorities independent from the police often who are going to be able to look at that, investigate that, make impartial findings, and ensure that those who are given power in our society are also subject to the law and also have to follow the same rules that everybody else does. In Canada, if people think that their rights have been violated by the police or the police have treated them improperly, there are a number of mechanisms, a number of avenues that they can follow. You can file a complaint, and the specific complaints body will depend on where you are and what the police service, which police service it was that did the action. But those can be disciplinary complaints, there can be job-related consequences for police officers. There can also be independent civil lawsuits that you can file to try and get vindication for your rights. The mechanisms that you can use to try and ensure police are held accountable for wrongful acts they do are varied. You can file police complaints, which may lead to job-related consequences for police officers. You can file civil suits, which would seek some form of damages. It could be money, for example, to try and recognize that your rights were violated. If you're already in the criminal justice system, if you've been charged with an offense, you're going to be able to raise charter claims or claim that your constitutional rights have been violated, and that may impact how your case is treated, what evidence gets put before the courts. And then there's also bodies that investigate crimes, alleged crimes that are committed by police officers. Sometimes those bodies are completely independent from the police. In other places in Canada, they're not. But police officers, when they do commit crimes, should be investigated just like everybody else in society, and where appropriate, charged and prosecuted and punished. It's incredibly important in a democratic society that those who wield power also be subject to power. Our laws give police officers the authority under certain circumstances to stop people, to search people, to detain them, to arrest them, to accuse them of crimes. These are powers that are not generally given to average citizens like me or you. And whenever individuals are given power, we need to make sure that they're also held accountable, to make sure that they're using those powers appropriately, to make sure that there aren't abuses that are occurring, to make sure that people are being treated fairly by the people who are given these extraordinary powers. They have the power to use force. They can kill people in the course of their duties. So it is incredibly important to make sure we have really well thought out, independent, robust systems so that when things do go wrong, there is somebody else there who you can turn to and ask for help and demand justice for yourself. Some of the key issues that come up frequently in the area of police accountability include allegations that the police have violated your basic rights. So that could include your right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure. If you think you were unfairly searched or searched for no reason, that could include the police detaining you or stopping you outside of a legal framework. That could include wrongful arrest. We also get complaints from people that the police used excessive force when they were arresting somebody. That can lead to injuries and even deaths. We have had deaths from and during police arrests. So there's really a wide range of rights that can be impacted by the actions of police officers. One of the major issues that has arisen recently is allegations of racial profiling against police officers and really entire police services. We know that the justice system, as well as the policing systems, disproportionately impacts and touches on certain communities. This includes racialized communities, Aboriginal groups, individuals with mental health issues, people who live on the streets. All of these people have disproportionate and probably disproportionately negative contacts with the police. So there are often claims that the police are stopping people or targeting people not because of what they've done or what the police saw, but because of who they are, because of the color of their skin, because of the position they have in society. Police do not have the authority to stop you or target you simply because of how you appear. But it can be very hard to tell why the police are stopping you, which is why it's important to have complaints mechanisms that can investigate these kinds of things. When you do have concerns that you have been racially profiled, can look at that and say, was there actually a reason for the police to pull you over or to stop you? Or does this look like you were being targeted just because of the color